Hey, so now we get to talk about the ad creatives, meaning the video as well as the ad copy. So as we kind of left off, this final page here on the ad, which is step 3, the final step before you get to click this nice little submit button and actually launch your TikTok ad. Again, we're going to be focusing on these Spark posts. So basically, I'm going to run you through the video side of things, give you some examples on the ad copy, some that I found just in a real quick 60-second search that look good, give you some examples of the stuff that I write, and just walk you through that. So again, you would just be turning this on using a TikTok account to deliver Spark posts. If you want, you can link an account, but the easiest way to do it through your account is to just use other authorized account or post. That's one way. Again, I would recommend just linking your account. It's easy to do. But basically, you would do this. You would hit authorized TikTok post and paste the code in there, which I will show you how to get momentarily. So let's jump back over here. Let's talk about the video. We'll kind of run through the video, the structure we look for, then how to get videos, easy ways to do that, especially when you're product testing. You can go through a lot of videos, especially if you need 2 for every product. So we'll talk about that and then the ad copy, okay? You need to try and fit in. So what I mean by that is just don't stand out. So it needs to be somewhat native. Now you have 2 types of advertising, native and invasive ads. Native is where people can't really tell it's an ad. So like that example I gave in one of the other videos where it's like, really cool room with a view in New York and you have really cool LED lights in there and everybody's gonna be like, oh, what a vibe, that's a beautiful room. And you don't really realize you're selling the LED lights, so it's kind of like it's just integrated. So what I recommend doing is browsing TikTok through keywords, so I'll show you how to do that in a second, and you can see ads for just about anything. So I take a look at the ones with the most engagement. What I'm looking to create, what I'm trying to create, I'm looking for like 9 to 30 seconds. TikTok recommends 9 to 15, but I've had plenty of longer format ads that do just as well. So I haven't found any limitation. I have noticed that anything shorter than like 6 or 7 seconds, it's just too short, because once somebody is engaged and they realize it's an ad, they're kind of paying attention, like, oh my gosh, it's really cool. I feel like once you already get that hook, it's better to just have a little bit longer format so they can kind of sell themselves on the product. You show it a little more. You also give them time to click on the link, etc. Animations are not, I repeat, not our friend, okay? On Facebook, they are. On TikTok, it's not native. When do you see 2D or 3D animated content? It just doesn't happen. So that's not native to TikTok, so I would recommend staying away from that. You'll see why I mention that in a moment. But how to get the videos, okay? Viral e-com ads is a primary resource. And the reason I went up here and mentioned that animations are not our friend is because viral e-com ads are known for animations. I'm really good personal friends with both of the owners. I've used them personally for about 2 years. I've ordered probably 600 or 700 videos. I've spent probably $15,000 ordering custom content from their warehouse because they're really good. So they have a warehouse in New Jersey, here in the United States, and they have a bunch of different sets, like a bedroom set, a fake bathroom, dining room, an outdoor area. They can bring in actors and dogs and birds and literally anything you want. So that's where I'll send the product once it's working. But they have another service, again, like we'll talk about this. But so let me jump down here. You'll want to use the main service for this would be their TikTok package, because if you're trying to do Facebook ads, that's great. They have a bunch of animated stuff and a bunch of more options. But for TikTok, their TikTok package is what you'll want to use, or the custom content. That's where you send the product to them. It's going to cost you more. Personally, I don't do that until the product's working. It just doesn't make sense if you're flying through 4 or 5 products, because it's going to take a few weeks, not only usually to get them the product, get them to have everything scheduled. They go back and forth with you. You finally get the folder of all the ads. You do some revisions. You're looking at a month, and it's going to cost $600 minimum. And for me, I'm not going to pay them $600 because you're kind of paying an entry price for all their effort, and they're bringing people in. So you pretty quickly are at $1,000 or $1,500. And then at that point, the more you buy, it becomes less and less per video. So if the product's working, you might as well buy more. So I don't think I've ever spent less than $1,200 on like one order with them, and there's been a lot that were like $3,000 because it's just a better deal. So I would be using their TikTok package. I'll leave a link below. There's a discount code there. I don't remember exactly what it is, but it's just one of those resources you can use. Also, you can do it yourself. Okay, so again, their TikTok package, just so you know, it'll scrape videos. So it will be other people's videos, but you're not ripping one, you're not cloning it. So that does 2 things. Number one, it's not going to get you banned off a platform because you're not ripping somebody else's video. So from a getting in trouble perspective, from a platform side, totally, you don't have to worry about it. Also, you're not going to get in trouble legally on anything because you're mixing all these videos, you're changing the sound, and it's like a he said, she said. So again, the goal is to do that to bridge a gap until you get a product working. And as soon as you do, you're going to order the product yourself. You're going to hopefully send it to some people and just start getting your own content. The goal is to do that as quick as possible. Like, there wouldn't be a reason for you to scale something using somebody else's videos. Like, if you're trying to do something long term and build a brand, which is the goal, even if you're starting with drop shipping, you know, like scraping other people's stuff, mixing it around, like that's fine. That's just a means to an end to get started. But you pretty quickly want to move out of that. You know, you dominate your own marketplace, have a really cool brand, and definitely have your own ads. So the other option is to do it yourself. I always recommend doing this. And with Facebook for 4 years, I never made a video myself. There was no reason for me to pick up an iPhone and shoot a video. As soon as I was making money from it, I was hiring other people to do that. And now, since TikTok became a primary platform over the last year and a half, I started actually filming my own ads occasionally and getting my own clips just because it's easy. Because you have TikTok on your phone, you can have the drop-down menu just like Instagram where you have multiple accounts, like your own account and, you know, your store. So for me, I have like multiple brands on there, and I'll go on there and make TikTok. Yes, we have people that do that as well, that post on one of the brands 3 times a day. But it's really easy to do it yourself because you're editing through TikTok. You don't need like to transfer files to your laptop and be good at editing and like doing subtitles. It's all there on TikTok. It takes like 5 minutes. So as long as you have the product in your hand, I think that's a really cool way to do it. So that's a little bit more about how to get the videos, either, you know, viral e-com ads, great, easy resource, most cost effective, or any other videographer or photographer that you know. So now let's talk about the Spark posts. Again, the Spark ads is what it's called. Spark ads are your friend. Okay, I just call them Spark posts because whatever, that's what I say. But this is the coolest and best way to get a ton of social proof. So the really cool thing, on one of the ad accounts, I'm only spending maybe $500 a day right now, just as of when I'm filming this. I'm spending $500 a day, and it's making back like over 1,000, right? So it's profitable. A couple $100 a day, pretty simple, just running it, you're figuring out what's working. But because of that, because I'm running Spark ads, I'm also gaining like 200 followers a day off of 500 spent. So just do the math there, you know, 40 cents a follower, give or take, just like that's extra. The goal isn't to get followers. So, you know, as you scale and you spend, you know, 1,000 a day for 2 months straight, that's 60,000. You're getting followers for, oh no, I did my math backwards. You'd be paying $1 to almost $2 for a follower, whatever it is. Basically, if you were to spend 60 grand like that and get 30,000 followers, now you got something. And I guarantee you, if you're posting stuff on the social media, you'd be getting extra followers too. So, you know, the reason that we do that with Spark ads, by the way, is because when you duplicate something and you just directly inputted the ad without doing this, and you go put like your video here and you upload it, every time you duplicate it, it's restarting the likes, the comments, everything, and you change the video, it's not kept there. So just like with Facebook ads or any platform, you can do what's called an existing post. That doesn't necessarily have to be a public view, but something where you basically retain all of that engagement. It's really huge for social proof, and trust me, that does help sell more products. People see, oh my goodness, why did 3,000 people comment on this? And by the way, I typically turn off comments on TikTok ads. I've done it with both. I haven't seen much of a benefit from turning it on in terms of performance, and so I just turn it off on most of my stuff. So yeah, that's a simple thing. So another thing, all ads get posted to your page. This is something I believe in. You should just be putting content out there. TikTok's really the only platform where you can get like a lot of native and just organic views and followers. Like, it's crazy. I'll give you an example. I was doing one-on-one coaching with somebody, young guy, starting an e-commerce store. He was in a very big, broad niche, right? And his store was kind of slowing down. It was dying. He'd been in like 2,000 a day for a while, and it slowed down a little bit. So he reached out for help. I think it was $10,000. He got like 6 hours of time or whatever it was. You know, I charge a little bit more than $1,000 an hour, and I have like a certain amount of minimum hours. And we started working together. We worked together for like almost 3 months. You know, we touch base 15 minutes here, 45 minutes there, depending on what's going on. So we touch base weekly, and he started doing really well. Started giving the strategies, how to scale, revamping this, changing around the average order value, try this with your ads, new videos, CBOs. It's really like moving things around. And his page, he had 2 brands running that were doing pretty impressive numbers. He ended up scaling well past $100,000 a day, which is huge, you know, massive. And his page was so cool because he eventually got his TikTok verified, over 200,000 followers. He had, you know, so many videos with like 8 million, 10 million, 16 million views. Like half his videos had 1 million plus. He was probably making a couple $1,000s a day, just in extra organic sales. And yeah, he's doing, $100,000 a day, one day, 140 something thousand through the paid ads. So like 1,000 or 2,000 isn't much, but it has no ad spend on that. And those are like quality customers that are coming. It's just those brand things that really boost your sales, and it just helps your margin. His margin's always like in the 30%. So really, 35%, 36, really, really healthy. So that's just one of those things. Always post everything you have to your page. I'll give you this in a second, but in the settings, you can approve advertising, which allows you to generate that ID. So again, you can go back over here and link your TikTok account to your ad account here, or you can just authorize the post directly. So let me go over here. Side note, this is one little thing I like to do. I pin the top 3 most viewed videos that I have, which are typically videos that I'm running ads to, at the top of my profile. So you can do that on TikTok. You might have seen that on other people's stuff, where they'll pin usually their most viewed videos because it looks good. That definitely looks good from a brand perspective. So that's another cool thing you can do on TikTok. Now, the ad copy. We'll talk about this, and I'm going to give you some examples, and then we'll talk about a couple more things here in a second. So I keep it super short and sweet. TikTok, you can't do long format ad copy like you can on Facebook. On Facebook, I've tried, one word ad copy, one sentence. I've also done like the 8 paragraph strategy where it's a novel. You can't do that on TikTok. TikTok, the way I like to think about it is you get probably 20 words or less. You get a sentence and a half. It's literally a line and a half before people have to click more. So keeping it really short, like this amount of words right here would be a perfect amount of ad copy. That size. So just for like another visual, I'll give you some visuals in a second. So there's 2 styles. You can do native, where you're not really addressing it. You're not saying link in bio. You're not saying this is great, save 20%. That's like the more native. Like for an example, the example of the room with a view of the city, and you have your LED lights. It would be like, can't beat this vibe, or like, makes it easy to sleep, or like, my new favorite place in the house, or whatever it is, like my dream room. You're not directly addressing it. The product's just a part of it. That's more native. Whereas summarizing the offer can be a super effective strategy. And if I'm being honest, I do this a lot more. I definitely summarize the offer a lot because it just works. So I'll give you a native example. Stop it, I can't, and you put like an emoji, which you can't do, by the way. You cannot put an emoji if you're making your ad through here. It won't let you when you're entering your text. However, if you're using Spark Post, that's another benefit. Because it's running the ad that's a post on TikTok, you can use emojis. It's like, stop it, I can't, it's too cute. If I'm like running some sort of like dog thing, let's say you're selling t-shirts for dogs that are really cool, like whatever it is, and a couple hashtags, like hashtag dog, hashtag dog mom, like some basic things. That'd be like a very native, you're not like promoting, it's not salesy. That's just an example. Another one, more of the offer. My dog loves it, save 50% when you get yours. You see, we got a little emoji, it's very short, it's condensed. We also are summarizing the offer, a direct call to action, get yours, hashtag dog mom, a couple little things like that. We're not trying to make it too long, nothing too fancy. I came up with these examples in 4 seconds. It's very, very fast, and I come up with ad copy just as quick. Now, I searched on my personal TikTok account, I searched LED lights, I searched necklace, and then I think I searched jewelry or bracelet or something. Here's 4 examples of ads that have a high amount of views that I found. 426,000 likes, which usually it's like you're gonna get 5 to 10% the likes as you do views. So this has 4 to 10 million views. This has 2 million views. This has probably 2 million, and this probably has 700,000, right? So these are all direct ads in some way. Okay. This is the direct. The groovy LED dream lights will transform your room into any color you want. Simple, direct call to action. He's not mentioning an offer. Whoever he or she is not mentioning like a direct sales pitch, but it is pretty direct. You're tagging it, the groovy LED will transform your room, LED lights, viral, For You page. Boom, clearly it's working. Notice all of these have comments turned on. So I think the comments being turned on, I do on one of the brands, but it really just depends on your feedback. You're gonna get a lot of negative comments regardless. Yeah, it's quite entertaining. This next one was an interesting style in the video. You can always watch people's videos. She ordered this product off Amazon. So whoever this person was, their offer was an Amazon affiliate link, which is kind of funny because you only make like 3 to 5% at best. I think it's 7% tops when you're an affiliate for Amazon. So if you're selling something for $40, she said, TikTok made me buy it. Levitating moon lamp, link in my bio if you want the exact one. So clearly not a dropshipping thing unless you have an FBA store. You never know. It could actually be their own product, fulfillment by Amazon. But, there's an Amazon box. Maybe they're making a few bucks, but clearly got a lot of views. Now, this person's verified, so naturally they're going to get more followers and views. However, nonetheless, that's an example of a direct call to action. Another one showed a bunch of different bracelets, like in boxes and different things, and so did this one. This person, I'm gonna need them all. very casual, not spelling stuff right, like a lot of slang, put the credit card thing and some like firecrackers. Like it's funny, but it worked. So you just got to keep that in mind. Also, just to give you a perspective of scale, if these are only getting their traffic through ads, which is possible, it's possible that these aren't getting a ton of organic, but they popped up on the top, so clearly they are ranking well organically. If this amount of engagement with 426,000 is just through paid ads, that would mean that they've probably spent at least $50,000 minimum on running this ad. Maybe 100, maybe 300, you never know. Like tens and tens and tens of thousands. So this is working. You can be certain of that. All right, and the final one was very, very direct. Link in bio with a heart. Evelyn's Originals, hashtag close your rings, hashtag bracelet, did well. So again, go search, and once you kind of get some ideas for products, search around the niche, different keywords. I was just picking random ones like bracelet, LED lights. So think about different things to sell. I'm keeping my eye on a lot of stuff, product ideas. I want stuff that maybe not everybody's selling, like just the LED strips that go around your room probably aren't going to do that well. They're on Amazon, they're cheap, it's a normal product, but if you have like some sort of new projector thing that shows something crazy that people haven't seen, there's a new angle. That could be a new angle. You're creating your own sub-market. It's called blue ocean strategy in marketing. If you're in a red ocean, that means there's a lot of blood in the water. It's very competitive. You want to find a slightly smaller sub-market of that's a blue ocean. There's not a lot of competition. That's kind of a well-known marketing strategy. Now, to jump from these examples, and feel free to screenshot these or whatever, it's just basic stuff, but definitely go look for them. I'm going to show you how to set up the Spark ad here. So in terms of actually like getting the ID, if you're not directly going to link the account, here's just how you would do it on your TikTok account. So go into your creator tools in the settings on your phone on your TikTok account. You will turn on ad settings. As soon as you turn that on, go click on one of your posts. You're going to go all the way down to the right when you scroll. So you'll scroll to the left, so you go all the way to the right. Click ad settings. You'll want to check this little thing here, agreeing to it, turn it on. You'll select a timeline, and I always do the maximum, which is 365 days, and then you'll copy that code. And then you can just, copy the code. I just email it to myself and put it on my laptop. That's how I do it, and that's it. You would just then be inputting that right here if this is where you're going to be doing it. Boom, put that code in there, hit search. There'll be a little thing here that says TikTok posts. You'll click that, and it'll show all of your approved posts based on the IDs that you have entered. So you won't have to do it every single time. So that makes it really easy. Also, just note that you can, when you click this, the pop-up screen that's very similar to this pop-up window will come up, and it'll have like multiple videos, and you could select all three. So like I mentioned, how you would want to have at least 2 videos underneath everything you're running. Again, you can do that right there, and you'll have one here, another one there, and then the only thing you have to do, because the video's there, the ad copy's there, the hashtags are there, the only other thing you're gonna have to do once your Spark post is on is just put the link. I always uncheck this box. This is the TikTok for Business Center, where basically you're allowing people to see the performance of your ads to some degree. In my opinion, there's no extra benefit to that. I've tried it extensively. I do not think that it improves performance, even though TikTok tries to recommend it. I don't know what the difference is, but between some people's ad accounts, they actually automatically check this box. So on all of my ad accounts, this is automatically checked, which is really frustrating because every single time I'm duplicating something, I have to go into each ad over here, each video running, and I just uncheck it. The reason I uncheck it, because first of all, I haven't seen a benefit. Second, I've actually seen a negative. I got into a little bit of a fight, battle. I don't actually know who it was. Somebody who owned a competitor's brand of mine, and they were like filing DMCAs against our Shopify store for no reason, like buying bots of negative comments for our ads. And we kind of went to war, and I didn't do anything to them, but we were definitely doing more revenue than them, and I think they were pretty pissed. But they were like stealing our ads too, and they were definitely doing well money-wise, but they were trying to bully us, and I think the reason for that is just my opinion. I think you put a target on your back when you allow other advertisers to see your ad. So it's just like, it just doesn't make any sense. There's no reason to like let people download your video, just like how there's no reason to let it be shown in the business center. So try it if you want it. I'm all for testing, but you're going to put in your link. I like to leave dynamic for the call to action. This is basically your button. So you can let your button say, learn more, or if you're advertising an app, which could be applicable to you, maybe you'll do download. But shop now is your primary. There's a few others like view now, learn more probably wouldn't apply. Order now and shop now are your main ones. So I just leave it as dynamic. I let TikTok do its thing. It shows up as shop now. I get targeted with my own ads all the time. I like them and comment on them or something and click on them so that I get targeted by them all the time. So yeah, that's the Spark ad side of things. I don't think I missed anything, but that is how we do our videos. That's how we structure them. Again, 2 videos minimum, ideally 2 to 3, underneath every single ad group that you are launching. That's how we do the ad copy. Keep it super simple. Run it as a Spark post. Best way to build a brand, build engagement, and you're off to the races. So again, after you launch this, then you're going to go inside that campaign, duplicate it, just change the audience and name again like we talked about in the last video, just so you can have 3, 4, 5, 8, whatever you want to do, running at probably $20 a day when you're first starting. Those are very basic budgets, and then from there, you're off to the races. So we'll continue talking about what to do in terms of running your ads, managing them, reading data as we move on into future videos. So I hope this one gave you some good insight. I'll see you in the next.